back in the shop, doing some more stuff. So carrying on with last week, cleaning a few other bits and pieces. Got the clutch bits all good, clutch pedal parts all good. I jumped in the other day and just did a bit more painting and cleaning up of bits and pieces just because it's not the best to film. But yeah, all looking pretty good. So going to tackle putting on the residual, what's it called? Putting on the brake bias piece, just because I have to make mounts up to fit it. So you're going to drill some holes, put that in, so I can insert that, and that way I can finish off the brake lines as much as I can until I flip it back over. I did a few bits the other day, so I'll show you that as well. And yeah, just going over, make a list of other bits and pieces I need to do. So I need to get some material, or what's it called? Insulation for this piece. So normally it has like a rubber piece with like insulation on the inside, and I don't know, I've been told asbestos, not asbestos, so I just wet it all down and got rid of it anyway, just in case. So yeah, gonna recover that, got a lot of the front need to do, and yeah, just a few little bits and pieces, just tidying up jobs that I need to do before I can flip it over. So I'll take it on the front, and I just finished this brake line off here. So run the pipe up through here into the T-junction as I was showing you last week, which I bolted on, and then to the other side. It wasn't the best to film, so I just put it on. Gonna chuck the brake pedal up, brake pedal up in here. It's not a brake pedal. Clutch pedal up in here, and yeah. And then over here, I marked out where I'm going to put the brake bias So I'm going to drill through here, put some nuts on, weld them round, and it's got some little step ups, which I'll show you up here. So factory, they just come with these little step ups, so it just spaces it off the body, so this piece doesn't hit. Yeah, put that together, put this together with the other part that I got there, grease it all up, put it in, and yeah, just go over a few other bits and pieces so we can flip this big behemoth back on its wheels. Just up here at the bench, got a few other bit, got that bit ready, but I'll put this together now with him. But I was just going to show you, previously to starting up my channel, I started rebuilding this, which is the front suspension beam for the Kombi. So it's all been rebuilt, new center pin in here, new arms, bolts. That bolt's not right, but I got some other bolts coming for there. But yeah, so that's what's going in there. I'll go over it a bit better when I'm chucking it in. These are the spring plates, these are the other parts that I painted up on my second go that I didn't film, which is just the spring plates for the rear, which I'll show you when I chuck them in. But now, just chuck this together and hopefully throw it in. Oh, that's something I didn't say before. So what I did do before, because as you've seen, this one was all ovaled, so I've welded it all up and drilled it back out. You can see a bit of grinding marks because I had to take the weld down. But yeah, perfect size, just what we needed. All done. So let's chuck this in. Okay, cool beans. Here we go. So got all my bits and pieces to drill the holes so I can mount this sucker. And so got my, this is a sacrificing bolt which I'll put in there so that when I'm welding it none of the weld jumps down in the hole. The original bolts just to make sure it's the right one. The Christmas tree drill, I've just marked it at the 10mm mark just so that I'm not going too deep so the bolts don't fall in when I weld it on. First drill, just so you don't ruin the end of that one. And the punch, yeah, just an automatic one, works really good. So jump back over into the car and mark out what I'm doing, and then punch some holes, drill them, weld them, clean them up, and call it done. Alright, here we go. Marked them all out. That's where it's going to sit. Just gives me enough room to run the pipes and everything else without getting in the way. So center punch, drill, Christmas tree drill. I don't even know what else you call them. I call them Christmas tree drill. And yeah, then I'll clean these bits up, weld the nuts on, and bolt it on, and then I can finish running a few other bits. So here goes. Time to give it a quick sand, get it ready for paint. Here we go. Sorry, stupid noise. Baby's been mowing for like an hour and it can't be bothered waiting anymore. So clean these up. Nice clean bolts. Oh sorry, nice clean nuts. Good nuts. Just cleaned around the edge. Just gonna weld them on. I just got the bolt in there so it centers it a little bit and without getting shit down in the threads. So just weld these bitches on. Oh yeah, so pull them out. Did it in a stupid way, but they're really hot and I don't want them to cool down and to grab onto the thread. So pull them out, let them cool down, I'll clean it up a little bit, paint it up, chuck it on. Still that stupid lawnmower is going. Okay, let that dry up, chuck that bit on, and we'll see what else we have to do. All dried up, looking good. Time to chuck this in. So we'll chuck that in and run the other lines. Nice and tight. So this one runs into here and then up the back here. Okay, bit cramped but it'll do. So front one here goes to the rear. That's the output. Input up the back here, up here. So get that one in up to here and then I'll run it up this way, and that way I'll just leave them here for now. Once I get all the suspension and stuff in, I can jiggle them around and stuff like that. But yeah, so chuck him in, and call this part done for now. All plumbed in, just gotta nip this one up a little bit, but yeah, so that's how they go from the factory on the later model, but it's actually flipped the other way and this piece comes in and around. I just thought this way might be just a little bit easier for me to do it. Bit tight over here on this line just because of the clutch cable, but accelerator cable even, but gives me enough room to get to the nipple. Got it on, just bent him up out of the way. He's sitting up there, and then once I've sorted that shit out, I can chuck it all together. Up here at the front, so I got my horn wire here and my 2 brake pressure sensors, not sensors, tail light brake turner-oners, whatever you want to call them. They're going to have to end up going all the way up here. So I'm going to leave these for now. I've unwrapped them just so I can get into them. And then once I've worked out what's going on, I will wire this one up, wire these ones up, tape them all up, make them all nice and pretty, and call it. But yeah, for now I'm just going to zip tie these up out of the way. Up in here, just so I don't damage them, and then when it comes to it, after I put it all back on the ground and got it all plumbed up, then I can run them so they're not short or too long, or well, not a problem with too long, but yeah, being too short. So I'll leave that for now, and now we're gonna head back up there and do the rear. Okay, so another bloody lawnmower started up, but got all these wires all wrapped up and ran in. They probably won't go through those holes, I'll probably go one together, but for now, just chuck them through there, wrapped all that up, zipped all these wires up and down. I got the brake line there, which I have to do. All these brake lines are good, wires up here are all run. I might wrap that in black tape, just because I don't like the look of the red, but we'll get there. But yeah, up here, just going to give these a lick of paint. Just these are on here, they go over the top of this brake line and screw into that little hole. If the light would work, there we go. Yeah, so it goes over that, onto that, just supports it and stops it from moving around. So time to give these a bit of a lick. Okay, so gonna have to cut short. I had a friend just call me up this afternoon and needed me to go help her with the car. So I painted up those little bits to clamp on the brake lines, but I just haven't had time to do it and got too much on this evening to finish it off and film it up. So I'll get onto that next week. I wrote a list up of all the things you have to do. So clamp that, check all the cables, wrap the heater tube that runs from back and front, all at the front from pretty much the engine, which not a too bad job. I'll get that sorted. Run the little rubber grommets for where the brake lines go through the metal of the car. So I got them. And yeah, just a few little bits and pieces which I'll go through next week. But yeah, looking really close. So excited to get this flipped over and put it back on its feet. And that way I can actually get somewhere. So, because right now it looks pretty bad. I'm just doing all the underneath stuff, which you don't really see. Nothing fancy, nothing cool. But yeah, gonna go flip it over, put some wheels on it, get the brakes done, then start to work on the body. So the plan is to get it flipped over, and as you've seen, all the mechanical stuff underneath is pretty close to being done, and the suspension beam that I showed you up on the bench. Yeah, so it's pretty much, once we roll it over, after we do what we're going to do next week, after the week after that, we can roll it over, and yeah, there's so many bits and pieces once we can, what I can do since after I do that. More, I got to do paint stripping, got a few more rust repairs I got to do, so step on the other side, a few bits in the back. I'll show you more. But yeah, please like and subscribe. I got lots more coming, more Kombi, more Porsche, getting there. So I'm also soon I'm going to do engine series of the Kombi. So I'm going to be, I got a long block, but I'll go over that next. But yeah, more engine stuff, and it'll break up doing the body stuff, which is going to be good. And yeah, get into actually getting this thing on its wheels and rolling, and yeah, super keen. So please come along next time. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.